I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 12, Volume 7. We're getting towards the end now. So, this week, it's all sponsored, this month, this run, this season's been all sponsored by Mel LaBelle. So, if I can get Mel to pop out here. Hi, Mel. This is Mel during his Elton John phase. You can tell by the glasses. So there you go. There's Mel. Mel is, you'll find him in the comments. He's the man who sponsored this entire sort of series or season because effectively he sent me a whole lot of tapes to try. So these are some more of his tapes there. So you can go away, Mel. Go. Off my screen. Right. Okay. So. We've got this week we've got a couple of C15s. We've got Scooby-Doo, and I don't know which version of this is because there's lots of Scooby-Doos. I'm wondering if it's the Elite one, because the Elite one was a weird one. The advertising showed one game, and the game that came out was completely different. So it wasn't quite as good. I quite liked it though. But it wasn't quite as good. So we've got Scooby-Doo. We've got Spy Hunter, which is a classic arcade game, which was really, really good back in the day. And then on the other one, Can I Have a Pee Please Bob? We've got Blockbusters. Either that or it's Blockbusters. But I think it's Blockbusters. Can I please be Bob? We have to work your way across the screen. It's a puzzle game. And Iridium, which is a fantastic shooter. So that's a Houston game. So we've got some good ones here. We're running into the last couple of tapes. I have literally got 3 or 4 tapes left that I haven't played out of the bunch that Mel gave me. So we literally got probably, depends on which one we choose of these next things, because at the beginning of the season I asked you whether or not you wanted to see at the end of the season, whether or not you wanted to see the pink one or the blue one of these. So there's computer hits. So we'll look at the first computer hits. So if we look at this first computer hits, 2 hands coming in here because he needs to move one out of the way. So we had the first one, which is the ink one, which is Dark Star, Eddie Kidd, Jump Challenge, Heroes of Khan, Scuba Dive, Day in the Life of, and Special Operations. And then there was the blue one, which is the big box, the huge clamshell box to finish with. And this one has 10 on it. So it depends what you choose. If you choose that one, it's probably just one episode, so we might have a bit more space or some more to finish off every tape that I've got from Mel. But this one's got Brian Jackson Superstar, it's got Chucky Egg, it's got Jasper, it's got Future Project, it's got Overlord, Wiggler, Space Harrier, Brax Bluff, School Days, and Sorcerer of Claymore Castle. Claymore Castle? Anyway, so there's your choices. So they're still there. I think you've all made choices in the beginning. Most people who stay that are regulars to the channel have made choices early on, but if you haven't made a choice, please feel free to put, basically pink or blue, because that's the colours of them. Anyway, without further ado, I'll get one of these into a tape drive.
Okay, so the tape is in the drive, so I'm going to go down to my old favourite and go load it. But I want to take a moment to insert a little bit of footage from earlier this week. I don't know if you're avidly watching the Hit Squad's sort of thing that's going on at the moment. Anyway, I decided, knowing fine well that Mr. Dave Plays Retrogames Badly Birdsall was actually bidding on this, I decided to record the ending of the eBay sort of auction just for fun. So here, watch and see my reaction as I know for a fact that this man has won it.
We're counting down those last minutes of the Darkman sale on eBay. I've never been so excited for something I'm not actually bidding on to see where this goes to. Let's see what happens. Those last few seconds. Nobody's budged yet. We're still at £280. There's been no movement yet, but it could all start happening as we enter the final minute. The seconds are counting down. I can feel it. I can feel it. It's so close. I've been watching this for the last 14 minutes, and this is the last minute, and it just feels epic. Okay, 40 seconds on the timer. Okay, no movement yet on the price. We're still there. At 30 seconds, is somebody finally gonna lay some cash down? No, they're leaving it right to that final second. It's very rare, this one. Very tough to get. Very close to the end of the whole thing. 20 seconds. Last 10 seconds. Last 10 seconds. We're into the last 10 seconds. Okay. 285. 360. It's gone. The final bid. £360. That actually went cheaper than I thought it was going to go to. That's amazing. I enjoyed every second of that. That was brilliant.
It's good, isn't it? It really is. It's good. It's good. He won it. So if you haven't been to his channel, Dave Plays Retrogames Badly is down at the bottom there in the description, so you can pop on over there. He hasn't done a few videos for a while, but he was back with his pickups and his Spectrum stuff, and I believe he's back with his other stuff later this week. So I'll push play on the tape now. We'll go on with the normal show. So the normal show is here again. I hope you've had a good week. Actually, I've had a busy-ish week. It's been busy, but I feel a little bit less harangued this time round. It's been odd. You know how it's been for the last few weeks. If you follow my channel, you know that I hurt my neck. I had a week off. All of the things that sort of happened in between. There's been sort of lots and lots of things. Colds, neck, other things. Busy week, work, all that kind of stuff. And this weekend I'm not on a rush, so it's quite nice not to be actually having to rush to kind of get things out and make sure that I've got some good stuff for you to watch from the whole thing. To be fair, it's not good stuff that I've got for you, because the good stuff that I got for you came from my lovely friend Mel LaBelle. So there we go. And there he was on the beginning with his Elton glasses on. So it was the most punk Elton ever, and I'm sure he'll appreciate that. So most punk ever. I've got a coffee. I hope you've got a beverage too. We're all. I've forgotten to turn off the blooming sound on my computer, and it's busy pinging away on Facebook. Let me just turn that off. There we go. Goodbye. I'll log out of there. Anyway, it's been a busy week, but I'd say nice to get back to a bit of thing. And I think this is the one that I'm thinking of. So I think this is the Elite one. So Elite created this version of Scooby-Doo. I haven't even drank my coffee yet, I'm just busy discussing this. But if you actually look at the advertising, it looks like a completely different game to the one that they actually got. I think they just ran out of money or time. It's sad, isn't it? Because I guess back in the day, and I mean, there have been Scooby-Doo games right up to modern day, I think. I don't think I've seen Garfield or anything like that for a long time, but I've certainly seen... Well, that's not true. I've seen it on DS. There's a DS version. It was really, really tough. My daughter used to play it when she was little, and she absolutely hated it, in the sense that she used to play it, but she get frustrated because it was so hard. And even as an adult, I was like, do you know what? I just can't get this either. It's really tough. But they have really been sort of games by these franchises for a very long time. And the problem was with them is they were very hit and miss. I mean, do you remember the old time when we used to think that? Well, to be fair, it still applies some of the time. And when we also think that movie games were going to be a disaster by the fact that they were purely a movie game. That used to be the way, didn't it? You used to get some movie games, so they were just garbage because it was just a rush to, do something with the franchise there and then. And we used to get loads, didn't they? If there was a movie with Arnie in it, it got a game most of the time. I'm just thinking of Red Heat at this moment in time. It's the one that runs through my head. But to be fair, I don't remember Red Heat being that awful. It's been a while since I've played it. I must play it on the channel now. Now I've mentioned it. I'm sure it was like a really large Arnie in a towel beating up Russians in a sauna to begin with. And I think, isn't that entirely the concept of the entire story? Arnie was Russian, beats up a load of people with, was it James Belushi? It wasn't John. James Belushi, I think it is. Is it James? Oh, I might be wrong. Some kind of comedian anyway, who plays the wisecracking American, and Arnie plays the Russian, and he spends most of the movie just beating people up in everywhere along the way. But that is basically the plot of every action movie from the 80s to the 90s, to be honest. It's about your hero smashing 7 bells out of terrorists in perceived ways, so they're always terrorists or drug runners or something or other, guaranteed to be mashed and hit. Do you remember the movie The Last Action Hero? That got a video game for a start off. The Last Action Hero, I remember that one. My favourite part about that is the bit where I don't know if you must have seen it. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to spoil the plot a little bit. Boy gets magic ticket to see his favourite action hero, ends up in the movie. Movie hero ends up outside the movie, who happens to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he ends up outside the movie in our world now. And when the bad guy gets out into our world now with his he's got a glass eye, which he kind of changes, like little skull and crossbones on it and things like that. When he gets out, was that Charles Dance? I want to say it was Charles Dance. I bet it was, Anyway, put it in the comments below. You know the drill. But when he gets out into the real world, he takes out his gun and he shoots somebody in the street, and no police go and nobody cares in the real world. But yet in the movie world, whenever he shoots his gun, the police are there with 40 cars in about 30 seconds flat, which is of course the way that the movie world kind of works. There's an incident and everybody turns up on time, and there they are instantaneously available. But when he gets to the real world, all of a sudden he can do what he likes, if that makes sense. He doesn't, there's nobody really around to stop his vile plans of killing and maiming and stealing and doing whatever bad guys like to do. That loaded quite easily. I'm quite surprised by that. So let's see if I can get this right. It's Velma, Scooby, Shaggy, Daphne, and Fred. And Fred is a big fan of cravats, because cravats are cool, as we all know. Especially because Fred chose to wear a cravat. I can't remember what we got to do in this, but I'm going to press K for keyboard in a minute. I'm hoping there's a button to redefine, though. P for practice mode. That's probably going to be useful. Press enter to start. Right. Just rewinding the tape quickly here. Yeah. See, I always liked Velma. I'm sorry, guys. I did. I liked Velma. And Daphne was nice, but I always quite liked Velma. So I'm I know you're all gonna go. No, you're choosing the wrong one. I'm not. I like that one. As we objectify them nowadays, so we'll get into trouble for that. Anyway, press enter to start, and then we might need to do P for practice mode. Now, if I remember rightly, you have to hit these things. Oh, bums, that's right, I remember this. You try to get to the top floor, if I remember rightly. That's the aim of the game. Try to get to the top floor. Run! You got to stay away from the doors. And I've just done what I just said I wouldn't do, which is stay away from the doors. Oh, God. How do I jump over that? Do I just pick it up? No. Jump? How do I jump? Jump. Up. Oh, God. Alright, that's it. I have to run at it. Oh, God. It is harsh. It's a proper harsh game, isn't it? Let's press P for practice. Scores 1,000. I didn't even get in the score table. I kind of like this back in the day, even though it's really harsh. I quite like the graphics. I quite like Scooby's graphics, if that makes sense. I think that's one of the things. I kind of like the graphics of it. I think I'm trying to rescue the gang. I think they've been... I get to choose all the levels. Oh, I've never done this before. Extra lives. 5 for normal mode. I press 5 for normal mode. Right, okay. So if I press 2, I can see level 2. I think. There we go. Oh, springy things. Yeah, I used to be able to get the springy things. Years ago. Scooby Snacks. That's extra points, Scooby Snacks. Yeah, it is pretty harsh, though. I think the aim of the game is literally just to climb to the top, and it's really tough. Practice mode is on. I think I pressed 5 to change. Oh, God, I landed on the skull. A skull in the body is not a good place to be. Yeah, skull in the bum. God, that's harsh. And you kind of... I am punching them, by the way. That's my little punch there. That little sort of little... And like Scooby would ever punch something, I think Scooby just ran away from everything. But anyway. Now I'm in practice mode. Can I press 3 and go level 3? No. 5 normal mode? I'm dying now. I think because I put in normal mode, I'm dying. Right, okay, let's try the next level. I don't think I ever knew that that was a possibility. P, practice mode. Level 3. I didn't even know there was 4 levels to it, to be honest. Let's have a look. Oh, look at them. Fish creatures. Oh, with the sort of ghoul things still there. Well, come out the doors. Oh, that's no good. Ah! Scooby Snacks. So, yeah, I think you've got to find the gang. So that would make sense, because I think there's a 5 in total, so there must be 1 on each level that you have to get to finish the whole thing off. I have to. You've got to admit the graphics are quite good. The gameplay is poor because it's very harsh. It kind of opens doors on you straight away and whatever else. I suppose with only 4 levels, I guess they had to make major sacrifices along the way. I'm still dying here, by the way. I think I've got it on normal mode now. Oh God, I've not even made it up 1 level here. There we... No. Okay. In the new Scooby-Doo, because my son watches it in the morning, or one of the newer Scooby-Doos, because there's been loads of re-releases of Scooby-Doos, Fred is dating Daphne, interestingly enough. So there you go. Something interesting. Oh, there he is. Look, there's Shaggy in a bottle. We've got to save Shaggy. We've got to go downwards for Shaggy. The first time ever we're going down. Oh. Oh, down. Am I losing lives here? No, I'm not losing lives. So Shaggy requires you to go down. It's not really a mapping job, this, because it looks like it's just down and then across, kind of. Now I'm losing lives. Oh, it must be more. It must be only certain. It must give you a few extra lives for the practice mode. I was going to say, I wonder how you could quit the thing if they were doing. Oh my God, they go down the stairs now. Yeah, so we're rescuing the gang basically, but this is not the game that we originally promised. Can I duck as well if you push down? Yeah, you can duck and hide under your hands. Look, or under your hands, under his paws. We can hide under his paws. Yeah, that's definitely not. This wasn't the game we were promised, but I like this because I can't remember what it appeared on. Was it a hit pack or something similar? It appeared on something like that. It might have we've actually done it on the hit pack, and I can't remember which hit pack it was, but there was a hit pack that we had it for, if that makes sense. Anyway, yeah, Scooby-Doo, been on all levels. That makes sense though. Hang on, so there's 4 levels. That's right. So you Daphne, Shaggy, Velma and Fred. That's who you're rescuing. So that's the aim of the game. Anyway, let's go down and see if we can get Spy Hunter, which is always notoriously difficult to load to actually work. Spy Hunter is a conversion of an arcade game of the same name. It's Midway, Bally Midway, if I remember rightly. Bally Midway game. And they did do some newer versions of this. They got some newer updates, and they were awful. I mean, really, really, really awful. They tried to make it an arcade racer that was sort of from the car point of view, driving down the road instead of a top-down sort of game that it was originally. And they really mucked it up. It just turned out absolutely awful. It was really horrible versions of it. There's several of them. There's one for the DS, 3DS, or at least it's maybe the DS or 3DS. I think it's the 3DS. It's not brilliant. And there is at least one for the PlayStation 2 that I know of. There might even be a version for the original Xbox. And they really, again, one of these things that you had a good formula. Why were you breaking the formula? And I know, I'm probably the first to complain about the formula, but I mean, because you take Call of Duty and everything that's now a battle royale game, which is exactly what the Squid Game was, by the way, if you haven't watched it. But it was a battle. Yes, he's notorious for not loading properly. Sorry, coffee. Let's try that again. Let's rewind that because that's just not going to work like that. I might put it in the other player. I haven't done that for a while. I'll put it in the other player, and then we might have to get the loader on. So let's give that a whirl. But yeah, they're sort of then notorious for sort of repeating the same formula over and over again. And I'm not a problem particularly with innovation kind of thing. But if you're going to do the second game and it's not actually as good because you didn't follow your original tried and tested formula, there's a level, isn't there? There's a balance here. There's a balance between repeating what we like and doing it too often. That's definitely the balance. I think you should also not exactly lay the entire contents of your studio down to repeating the same, say, Call of Duty formula that has been played and for forever, if that makes sense. I do think that there's a level here, you know, that you shouldn't just dump the same thing over and over again. However, there's sometimes you quite like the same thing over and over again. I mean, a lot of arcade games, of course, are clones of themselves, or clones of each other. So I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that in the case of this, they could have done better with the next version of it. I think they forgot what gameplay was for a start off. I think that was the big the question. I mean, this is top down sort of. This is, funnily enough, this is a version of a game that used to appear in sort of Sinclair User as a type-in. Sinclair User had a lot of type-ins, if I remember rightly. And this is a version of a game that I kind of made myself, where you had a. No, it's not going to work. We'll try it from the PlayZX. Version of a game that had as a sort of as a type-in, where you basically rolled down the road, moving left and right, and the road was randomised. It only moved so many blocks, 8 blocks left or right. Kind of clever. Made sense. I'm just trying to find it on PlayZX. Get all the toys ready today. No wandering across the room. Spy Hunter. Search. Spy Hunter. Let's pop that in there. Spy Hunter. There's loads of releases of it. Shall we go with? Let's go with the Spanish re-release, because it's a lot smaller. And I think I don't know why, but I have a feeling this one might load quicker as a result. All right, let's not go with the Spanish version of it. I've chosen the other version. Doesn't make any difference. It's not much in difference in the load time. It's all much of a muchness, if I do say so myself. 3 seconds. There's a 3-second difference between the two. There's an R-tape error. Ha ha! That's a great start. Let us try the Spanish version of it. Let's do that instead. It's because I don't think the head sits properly on this, to be honest with you. No, don't do that. Stop. There, try that one. Better. I think the head sits a bit funny sometimes on it. Mind you, to be fair, there was a bit of funny noise there. Did you hear it? Thing. I'm hoping this is the same game, because that's just said Spy Hunter with one word. Yeah, so the top-down sort of game. You race a car, shoot the bad guys, hit the water, and the car changes into a boat. It kind of, I think at the time, because of us, what was that one? Was it Moonraker, where he had the Lotus Esprit that could turn into a submarine? I'm sure it's Moonraker. Oh, it was a Lotus Esprit, but James Bond, of course. Roger Moore, I think, was driving it, and it turned into a submarine. So he dived off the pier into the water, and the wheels disappeared, and little submarine things appeared. I thought that was really cool at the time. I was mighty impressed with that. I really liked that. I thought it was a really cool thing. So it's kind of like that, but without the submarines. Wouldn't it have been cool if Spy Hunters had submarines in it? I suppose they probably would have got hit by Bond then, I suppose, if it was around the same sort of time. Or maybe, I don't know when that came out. No idea. No idea what year that came out. But, yeah, Moonraker. Wasn't that the one with Jaws in it as well? It was played by that sort of very tall sort of man. Can't remember his name. Still acts to this day. Appeared in the movie I can remember him last in. Was probably a while ago, actually. It's probably a lot longer than I think. It was Happy Gilmore. He played Mr. Larson, I think it was called. He had a nail in his head. I know, it's really weird. But yeah, there was that actor played Jaws, and didn't he float off into space with the girl with the glasses? I think that's what happened. There was like a little blonde girl with glasses, and he floated off into space with her. I'm not sure what happened to them. I think they're probably on Mars by now. No, he's clearly not, because he's back. Did a movie with Adam Sandler. He probably still wishes he was in Mars, probably, after that. Oh, there's a lesson in formulaic, if you ever want a lesson in formulaic things. Adam Sandler, pretty much every single movie is pretty much Adam Sandler playing Adam Sandler. Back to the other week where we were talking about actors who played actors, like Bruce Willis playing Bruce Willis, and all the other ones you put in the comments below, because they only play themselves, don't they? Those actors only play themselves. Adam Sandler plays Adam Sandler in absolutely every movie. No matter what it is, even when he's not meant to be playing Adam Sandler, he plays Adam Sandler, and he made and basically it's all formulaic. All these movies that he makes and produces, they're all same formula of punchline, slapstick, and whatever else is. And you can't knock him for it. It's made him $1 billion or so. So yeah. But they're all the same. He always plays the same character as well. So he's another one of those ones that we do. We had a good time last week with that. How about female actors? Are any? Oh my God, it's crashed. Blooming Spy Hunter. It's always the same with Spy Hunter, by the way. Blooming hate Spy Hunter for this. It's one of the worst games for I always just struggle. I had a special version of this back in the day. I always used to struggle with my special version getting it to blooming work. Let's go with this one. Yeah, go with that one. Play. What are you doing? Just thinking about it. What are you thinking about? Don't think about it, just do it. Oh, it's had a fit. The joys of mobile phones. Right, okay, let's try that again. There we are. Right, okay. What was I talking about? Oh, actors. Actresses, right? Actresses. What about actresses who play themselves? I'm gonna throw this one out here, and I think it's fair to say that this could be the case. Helen Mirren. I think Helen Mirren plays herself a lot at the time. She's got that role, and she plays herself quite a lot in those movies. And also, and I know this is maybe even more controversial as well, good old Meryl Streep plays Meryl Streep a lot. Yeah? Yeah? Think of a few more in the comments, because I loved reading them, loved the week, and it was quite funny, actually. All the people, it was a huge long list of male actors who play themselves in movies. It's just brilliant. I now want a movie where... Well, no, actually, he's already done it. I was going to say, I want a movie now where Ryan Reynolds plays Ryan Reynolds. But to be honest with you, there is a movie. If you watch Deadpool, there's a point where Ryan Reynolds goes back in time to kill Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. But not as Deadpool, because he's not Deadpool. He's about to take on the role of Green Lantern. So, quite literally, he plays... Yeah, exactly. I know. Wow. Because he also kills himself in Wolverine Origins in the end sequence. It's well worth seeing. If you've not seen Deadpool 2, I've just ruined the end for you. I do apologise. I should have given you the spoilers alert, but Deadpool 2 is, well, I like Deadpool 2. I'm wondering what Marvel's doing with it now, though. I think Disney is doing with it now. I really do wonder what they're doing with it, because they must struggle with that, because Deadpool 2 was just a I don't know, 90 minutes of pure carnage and adolescent humour, which I enjoyed mightily because it was so puerile. But I'm not sure what they're going to do with that. I mean, do you know how they got that released? I remember this story. Did you ever see the footage of the bridge in Deadpool 1? And I know you will have done, because it hit the internet and everybody watched it. And they released... Basically, there was only a couple of people who had access to that footage, the CGI footage of the fight on the bridge. And it was either I think one of the producers or Ryan Reynolds himself who literally leaked that on the internet, and that leak generated so much excitement from people. They went, "Oh damn, we're gonna have to do a Deadpool movie." Literally, the leak itself was enough for that movie to get made, and it was a very Deadpool 1 was a very low budget movie, very low budget in comparison to the second one, which obviously got a larger budget, because it absolutely stormed through the charts because it was puerile and action filled, and we all needed that. You need a release from the stock hero movie, you need that release. I know there's a new Carnage movie, isn't there, out at the moment? I've seen the Venom movie. It's called Venom Let There Be Carnage or something like that. Oh wow, that one loaded. So there's a new one of those, and that's a weird one because that's an anti-hero who didn't get to fight his normal nemesis, which being Spider-Man. What happened there? So now we've got Carnage and Venom, and I need to see, I don't know. I kind of need to see it, but I don't want to see it at the same time. I think it's a mistake. Right now I've got to choose some random keys here because I think P's pause. I think space is fire the special, and if I choose any of those, I'm stuffed. So I'm gonna have to go with some keys in the middle of the keyboard for this. So hang on a second. Oh, I do love coffee. Coffee is like the best. Right, okay. So I'm gonna go weird here with these keys, I think. I'm not very good with different keys, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do left, right, up, down, M. Are you happy with these? Yes, I am. 1. Novice, N. Right, I'm hoping I've got this right now. Yeah. That's it, I've got it right. So, yeah, so you just kill the cars as you go along. I think there's a boss car at the end of the level. Thankfully, I've managed to get this working for a change. There's a guy with whatever else. And there's weapons that you can get on these things. If you can convince those things to drive in a straight line, you can re-ride, you can land in the or drive into the trucks and do that. There's an armoured car, I think, along here. Do I lose points for those? I think they're good guys. I don't think I'm meant to kill those. Alright. Oh no, I've missed the oil. Because there's a weapon. You press basically the fire button and left, right, and up and down. There's like a hit cars. I need some water next. You can knock the motorcyclists off. I love doing that to them. That's brilliant. Right, okay, come on. In we go. That's smoke. Oh. Let's go down here. Oh, damn, I hit the edge. I was hoping to get in the water. I wanted the water this time round. It's alright, they're going to let me out. You can shoot the truck as well, which is just nonsense and brilliant at the same time. Do you know what the truck part reminds me of, though? I used to play this and pretend I was Knight Rider, because you remember Knight Rider? I used to drive up to the back of the truck in Knight Rider. Left. I've got to go left, because the bridge is out. Damn it! Crashed at the side. Don't crash at the side. Oh, it's going to take me right past the detour for the bridge being out. Look, all of them falling there. I was hoping to get in the water there. I want to go in the water. I don't know if I get points for that. Oh, they're armoured. That's right. They just bump you around. They're armoured cars. I really do want to get down one of these the water slope things here. Okay. Been a long empty space. Is this the end of the level? Oh, helicopter. Can't get to me because it's on the other side of the road. That's utterly ridiculous. And we're on to the next level. It's good, isn't it? I quite like it. I like the speed of it. I always like this game. I will admit that I am a bit of a fan of this one. I want to try and get it right. Is it? I don't know how you fire the weapon. There's a way to do it. Ah! I don't know how you fire them. There's a certain way you have to use them to fire them. Yeah, I always thought it was like Knight Rider to get onto the back of the truck with that as well. I used to like it. I always thought this way the car was a Porsche. It's probably a Ferrari or something similar, but I always thought it was a Porsche from the top. It's got that Porsche feel to me, with that sort of rounded front. Maybe it's just me, but that's why I thought it was. I think it's maybe space to fire the special. I can't remember. That's why I was saying avoiding the space key, but space on the... Yeah, because that freezes the game. Ah, don't unfreeze. I've done it again. I've frozen myself. 1, 0, enter. Oh, don't press this. That's why you don't have the space in it. Damn you! I've upset it too much. Right, okay. It's time to have the next one. Well, to be fair, it's on side B first. So it's Iridium first, followed by a bit of Bob action. Some blockbusters. Can I have a pee, please, Bob? I always loved that because they never messed around. They always had that pee, please, Bob in there. So just a little bit of innuendo, you know what I mean? A little bit of pee. So pee, please, Bob. Was there any other rude ones? I'm trying to think of any other rude letters. They never did. You always said, you know, can you get a letter, please, Bob? So it'd be like, can I get an A, please, Bob? Can I get a B, please, Bob? X, Bob. I'm trying to think of one that's rude beyond P. Nope, there's nothing rude about the whole thing. Uridium now, Uridium. Thank you very much for this. Daryl sent me a copy of Uridium ages ago. So yeah, thank you for that, because it's a damn good game that I'm really rubbish at. And I know there's a modern remake, and what's its blooming name? It's by the same company as well. It's by Hewson, effectively, isn't it? There's a modern remake which is in what I would call voxels or squares, sort of like Minecraft style blocks, if that makes sense, larger pixels. So I can't remember its name off the top of my head. Somebody will know in the comments. But Uridium is basically a very good shooter. There's a Uridium 2 as well. Dave Plays Retrogames badly played that as well. I think it was only on the Amiga and Atari ST. It might not have been on the Atari ST. Maybe. Can't remember. I know definitely there's a second one, and he definitely played it. And I know you played Uridium on his channel. But Uridium is it's a shoot 'em up where basically these dreadnoughts appear above the Earth. And you have to fly across them, sort of strafing them until finally you're allowed to sort of dock with them and go inside and blow the hell out of their sort of reactor cores, I think is the way of describing it. And I'm rubbish at it. I mean, quite literally the worst at this game ever. And there is a way to get to to redefine the keys on it, and I can't remember what it is. I think you have to hold down R, and it finally gives you the option to redefine keys, because otherwise we'd have to be guessing the keys. I think it's that. Can't remember. We'll find out when it comes on. But look at that ship, it looks excellent. I do like that ship. Look at this, it's like chain guns on the front, isn't it? It's like miniguns, so they're spinning round sort of with the old, spinning and firing lots and lots of bullets as the whole thing. One of the things about it, it's really fast as well. It's extremely fast as a shooter, but I highly recommend it. And the new modern version isn't bad either, not at all. It very much harks back to this though. It's there, and I'm just as bad as the modern version. But I think it's fair to say, and I keep mentioning Dave at the moment, that's because he's done a video recently. I haven't seen one for ages. Welcome back, Dave. But Dave Plays Retrogames badly mentioned in his video recently that he's rubbish at playing the games. He likes shoot 'em ups like me. He's rubbish at playing them, but it doesn't matter if you're rubbish as long as you enjoy playing it. And that's a very fair comment, that one. There's a modern day sort of quirk of modern day gaming where people are hounded off a game because they don't play very well. I remember playing. This will be a while back. I remember playing. This is why I think I don't like playing online the way I used to like playing online. There was what was the game? Dead Space. I think 2 or 3 had a sort of like a horde mode where you had to fight the necromorphs and the whole thing. Very topical, this one. And you were sort of like a little team versus another team of necromorph things. So these zombified creatures. And I got loads of abuse because I never played it before. First time I played it, because I wasn't very good with the team that I was in. I was just there to play. I wasn't there to I wasn't. I would have liked to have been better, obviously, but I got quite a lot of abuse for it, and I'm like, really, honestly, and it does happen quite a lot. I was quite like the Battlefield games at one point, and I don't play them anymore, because realistically, there's a real toxicity there with amongst the whole sort of people of playing these games, and sort of I don't know, and I know you want to kind of brag, but at the same time, it doesn't encourage people to play anymore if you keep doing that. So what happens is there's nobody left. So I do hope that those people who are that toxic end up on a server with nobody left, or nobody to play with anymore. It's that sort of playground thing, isn't it? Nobody wanted to play with the kid who used to be a bad loser or bad winner. Is it bad winner or whatever else is? You know what I mean. But nobody wanted to play with that kid. So if I hold R down, does it redefine? No, it doesn't. Let's see if I can remember the keys. That's left and right. That's up and down. What's fire? See if I can find fire. And we're all good. That's it, found it. Yeah, so we got this dreadnought to destroy. And Mantas is my ship, and we're on the dreadnought sink, I think it's called. And there's like there's a certain level of destruction we have to do before we can do that. And I didn't find the keys in the end, but it doesn't matter because I've just crashed into that. I'm rubbish at this game, as I said earlier. I'm not one of the best at it. The thing is, I'd like to be better at it. I think that's the thing. I really would like to be better at it. I think it's a really, really, really good game, and it plays really, really well. But I've never been good enough on it, if that makes sense. So there's a bit of this dreadnought here in space is threatening Earth. I've flown into a wall. I was about to fly into somebody else as well. So let's put my name in. Here we go. It's good. It's very good. I'm just not very good at it. So I mean, that doesn't make it bad. It just means it's just tough. That's all. I don't know why I pressed R, to be honest with you. It's just the only key that seemed to work there on the keyboard. I thought it was R for redefine. I know there's some buttons you can press to get it to do stuff. That's that homing blooming missile. Did you see it? So if you go too slowly over that thing there, that's like little red thing in the screen, it kind of turns into a bloody homing missile. See that thing there? It's red and blue that's flashing. That's a blooming homing missile. And as I say, I'm going too fast. So I'm doing myself no favours whatsoever. Let's get on to the next part of the ship. Can't go over. Just don't fly over those. And I've crashed and I've died already. I'm even worse than I was last time round. I'm going to have another go. Look at the Iridium, by the way. Look how well designed that is. The way it flies round like that. It's kind of clever. Programmed by Dominic Robinson. Concept and design by Andrew Brook. Very good. And I loved it. I mean, back in the day, I think I had it. I think it was a bit special again, but I think I had it. But it just a good game. Just a tough game. I would like to get better at it. Just get good and all that kind of stuff, you know. Oh, I managed to avoid it. Managed to avoid the missile. That's not really getting good though. That's just me being not less rubbish. Sugar, I'm so rubbish. The pseudo 3D with the little shadow as you fly along is just blooming brilliant, isn't it? Look at the way it turns, though. That's really cool. Oh, that missile got me. Missile got me. I really want to get past that bit to show you a little bit more of the ship. That's the problem. I'm being really crap because I'm wanting to get past that bit of the ship. Ah, sugar! I keep flying into that. Right, I'm moving on. We're gonna have a pee with Bob now. We're gonna have a pee with Bob. Pee, please, Bob. Actually, I'm going to see what else is on the bit of the end tape because there's quite a lot of space on that one. So let's see if they snuck something on the end of that one, just that little grey one there. See if there's anything there. Let's go down to the old basic and then load it. I think I have Blockbusters somewhere. It makes sense to have Blockbusters. I kind of like doing that Trivial Pursuit thing a couple of weeks ago. Quite enjoyed that. That was quite a lot of fun. It's a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. Wasn't sure I was going to enjoy Trivial Pursuit. It'd been a long time, if that makes sense. No. Whatever it is, it's not in good shape, whatever's left on there. Let's carry on to the other side. Let's go Blockbusters. Blockbusters. Not C15s, these. Did everybody buy C15s thinking that was the best way to record stuff? And we just ended up with like C90s and C60s to try and stuff as much rubbish as we could onto them, if that makes sense. Make the ultimate compilation tapes. It's possibly why I like compilation tapes so much. I mean, that's why I quite liked. It was it was a happy accident that I did. I think it was the Soft Aid tape, and that was the one that ended up making me do a compilation, if that makes sense, for one of the What's on the Tapes. It was a happy accident, and people quite enjoyed it. So I carried on doing them because I kind of like compilations. The thing for me was that limited amount of pocket money and limited number of sort of birthdays in a year, because like I have one, and Christmas. You had Christmas and birthday, and if you were lucky, you might get something on Easter if you really asked nicely. So the compilations was the way to get as many games as possible without having to, buy the more expensive sort of $7.99 to £10 games that were out there. And there was a lot of those out there. There was a lot of those out there, those $7.99, £10 games, and there was a lot of the budget ones. The budget ones were brilliant, but if you wanted those more expensive ones in a compilation form, that was the way to go. So, I really appreciate compilations back in the day. They made me happy, if that made sense. It made me happy that I'd got that kind of thing. I'm having another sip of coffee. I quite like the modern day versions of it. You do get compilations on modern day things. What did I buy recently? I bought the Samurai Shogun compilation for the Switch, which is basically Samurai Shogun 1 to 5, arcade, and I think console versions of them. I'm trying to look over my shoulder to see if I can see them. And I bought that, and that was really good. I mean, I also got the PlayStation 1 version of. It was called R-Type 2, but it actually included R-Type 1 as well. So that was kind of good as well. It was I think it's R-Type 1 and R-Type 2 anyway. But that's a nice little compilation. I don't really have a major objection to sort of rebuying them if you kind of own them, if that makes sense. I don't really mind that. I don't have a major objection. I got I think I told you the other week that I got the Intellivision ROM set stroke whatever else is 60 games for the PlayStation 2. I got that. It's interesting to see, but I can't say I'm overly excited for it. And I know it's a collection that's coming out on the Evercade. It's a bit like the Atari 2600. I played a few games on that, but I never played an awful lot of it back in the day, so I don't have that nostalgia for it. And that's the other thing, of course. That's the nostalgia for games, isn't it? That's the thing that keeps you coming back for more and going back to them. I mean, the people watching this video, for the most part, will have had a Spectrum, or at least been around during that generation that had a Spectrum, or sort of a Commodore or an Amstrad, or an Electron, or anything else that sort of was around that age. Even Dragon users. I'm sure there's maybe a Dragon user on here somewhere along the line. But you have that memory because you will have at least come across the Spectrum at that point in time. But it's unlikely that it's unlikely you're young and watching this, as I might say. So it's unlikely that millennial will, but anything else is a Gen Z next or something similar. That's the new generation. Yes, something like that. Anyway, so I don't know what all this generation rubbish is about. Anyway, but like obviously then I show my age, and no, I'm not a boomer. I'm Gen X, the best gen. But it's kind of that. The nostalgia is only there for a limited period of time. To be quite brutally honest with you, and it was interesting because you see that Hit Squad go through for Dave there. That's price is dropping. He got that for an awful lot less than it was literally about 3 months ago. 3 months ago, I know that one copy changed hands for £500. Then I think the same copy then went for a reduced sum of I think $420 or something similar. This is just Darkman, and then Dave picked up a copy recently for $360. So there is. I think there's a. The excitement for it all, again, probably because we're all going back to work, and everybody's starting to work again and do what they need to do. I think the values of things are dropping, less people, less lockdowns, whatever else is. I assume if we have another lockdown, the prices will go back up again. Don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll find out, won't we? A lot of cases, still 100 people a day dying from this thing, so we will see what happens with that. A lot of cases in the United Kingdom at the moment, but we'll see. Stop the tape. I'm stopping the tape. Right. It's a rendition of the theme tune. Whatever happened to Blockbusters? You've got Countdown still running and Blockbusters is gone? Really? I mind you, let's be fair. Let's be fair here. Countdown does have Rachel Riley. There's a point, you know what I mean? And at one point they had Carol Vorderman. And Blockbusters had Bob. It's not quite the same, is it? I think they sexed it up a bit. If they sexed it up, do I want to load new questions? No. Enter my name. Do I have to put another name in? Number of games. Let's have 2 for fun. Level of play. 5. This is a mistake. They've got a buzzer, an L. You've got to play 2 players, whether you like it or not. I've got mine's buzzer is L. So let me guess. White's going to do a lot of winning here. Get ready with your to press your buzzers. M. Get ready. The Argentinian name for the Falklands Islands. M. Starts with M. I don't know. Do I type it in? Oh, I do type it in as well. Oh. I have no idea. He has no idea as well. Is it Mark? Is it called Mark? Nope. Right, okay. Z. Get ready. The Swiss city most famous for banks. Zurich, isn't it? How do you spell it? Zurich with an H, is it? Oh, get selected letter. I've got it. I've got basically the aim of the game is to fill in the colours from your top. So for me, it's top to bottom. For blue, it's left to right, or vice versa. So bottom to top, left to right. Basically, I've got to make my way across. It's like I don't know, noughts and crosses, but on a stranger scale. So I'm going to go with W. Get ready. Candles are made of this. Wax. Ah. Yes, look at that. Select a letter. I'm going to go with M. Don't ask me about Argentinian places, please. Not like insects. Oh. I can't spell. I can't spell mosquito. Moss. Is that right? Yes, I got it. Mosquito. Blew my neck. I was like, how am I going to spell it? I'm going to go with F because I have no idea what a Q is going to be. Writing deals with imaginary characters and situations. Writing deals with imaginary characters and situations. Fiction. Yeah! There we go, I got the music. I didn't get to do a P, please, Bob. I want a P, please, Bob, next time round. I scored 1. That's blooming brilliant. I quite like that. It's an L first. It's an L first, right? Okay. Is there a P on there for me? There's no P. Syrupy Cops mixture. Nope, nobody got it. We're ready on the buzzers. Y. The Y. Okay, the Y. Go for it. You do this when you're tired or bored. Yawn. I'm rubbish, by the way. I just shouted that out across the room. Right, okay, select a letter. There's no P. Can I have some T, please, Bob? I'm just being stupid here, by the way. Let's have a go with that one. T, please, Bob. In which of the American states are the Houston and Dallas? Texas. I'm much better at this than I am at Trivial Pursuit. That's for certain. Can I get you, please? To do with town and city. To do with town or city. To do with town and city. I have no idea. Let me go with a D, please, Bob. D for demon. The opposite of wet. Dry. Yeah! I don't know if Jay's covered this on his Manchild. He's another one to watch, by the way. He's awesome. Z. I'll put him in the description below. Plastic or metal fasteners used. Plastic and metal fasteners used on clothing. Zips? Zip? I think I've got this wrong. Oh, I got it. It was zip. It was a zip. Right, okay. Let's have a U, please, Bob. I'm ready. The ideal community. I can't spell utopian. You. Oh no, I don't know. Whatever. Spelling error. Try again. Yeah, okay, that's good of me. It's let me have. Lets me have. I'll tell you what. That's a cheat. I think I just got my time back again. You. To. Oh, I don't know. Utopia. I don't know how to spell it. Anyway, you get. Let's do it then. You know what I meant though. Utopia belongs to the new Stone Age. Oh, is it a word like Neolithic and I can't spell it? Let's see if he gives another question. Let's give us another question. We'll select a letter again. We'll do another N. An N, please, Bob. Watchman. Club. Cap. New club? I don't know. N again, please, Bob. A country whose capital city is Kathmandu. Nepal? Yeah! Music! Cue the music! Yes! Do you want to play again? Yes, I do, because I want to pee before, please, Bob, before we end this What's on the Tape. We need a pee, please, Bob. See, now this is still quite a good thing. It's very, you need the celebrity version of it or something like that. No, I don't really need celebrities. Let's be honest, I don't need celebrities. But you could, I don't know how, it's not quite the same, is it? As I don't know why Countdown does so well, to be honest with you. Oh, well, I do. No new questions. Put my name in. And player 2, just player 2. I just want one game, level 1, because I want the easiest questions. Right, okay, we've got the buzzers. Have we got a P? Yes, we have. We've got a P, please, Bob. Right, okay. Oh, I can't spell nicotine. Yes! I could spell nicotine. P, please, Bob. I only wanted a P, please, Bob. Capital city of China. Oh, no idea. I should know that. Shouldn't we know that? I mean, our new Chinese overlords. We should know what the capital city's called. Right, okay, select a letter. Let's see if we can win this one again. Let's do C. It's kind of good playing against yourself because you're always winning. Bean from which chocolates make coca? Is it coca? Cool. Yes. G. It's a pretty good little dictionary on this one. An enormous person. Gigantic. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Oh. He's going to spell it wrong as well because he's just an idiot. There we go. Let's press Q for Q. Can I have a Q, please, Bob? I haven't done the P, though. We need to do a P again. Feather used as a pen. Quill. I like that. Let's have a P, please, because I need a P. I really need a P. Designing lots of things. Petition. Is it partition? I can't spell it. Petition. I can't spell it. My brain's gone blank. Oh, what a P, please, Bob. I'm going to finish this. Let's finish it, Bob. Let's finish it. A complaint or grumble or a British game bird. Is it grouse? I can't spell grouse either. Literally, my brain's gone blank, guys. Do Do you know what? This is the hardest thing about is spelling it right. It's like famous grouse, and I can see it in my head, and I can't spell it today. Let's do Y. See if we can get through a Y. Colour of lemons. I think I can handle this one. Yes! Cue the music. Where's the gold run though? There's a bit in the game called the gold run, basically, where once you won, you got to the end, and then you got a prize by doing the gold run, didn't you? And was there special hidden prizes underneath it? So no, I don't want to. And it's reboot the Spectrum because that's what it does. Let's see if there's anything else at the end of the tape before we finish. I don't think there will be. I think. Oh no! I'll tell you what there will be. More questions. If anything, this will be blockbusters again with more questions or something similar. Yeah. Extended questions. Yeah, that's it. Exactly it. So the extra questions are on the end of the tape. That's kind of cool. I really like that. I enjoyed that. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. And I'll catch you next week for Volume 8. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.